What's up, y'all? Welcome to another review by Ryan. A very happy Saturday, a very late Saturday here now. It's a little after 11 o'clock here on the East Coast of the United States. I had to finish up a work shift that just wrapped up a few moments ago. Fortunately, I work remotely, so it's easy to transition over to video reactions. In this reaction, I'm actually really sad about doing this reaction. We're going to be saying goodbye to a series that I could have never imagined would have ended up being as good and as emotionally wrenching as it has been. We're saying goodbye to Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. Today is episode 12, the season finale, titled More Than a Dream. A few things I want to just mention. So obviously in the last episode, we had a really wholesome viewing of young Izumi and young Shikimori and Shikimori's brother. And we got to see Shikimori and Izumi really define themselves up to when they first met each other. And, you know, it was really well put together. It was a really good episode. And, you know, particularly, I really felt for Izumi with one of the comments he said, you know, when he was like, am I ever going, you know, is this ever going to stop? And you realize that every one of you who might have put Izumi down, you think he's a wasted MC, whatever your reason is, this is a really strong man. There are really some people that are born in the world that really do just have the worst possible luck in the world. And when you watch the struggles he went through, because he was going through it mentally, and then you see Shikimori trying to make her own name for herself, and she could not have come across the best person. It was such a wholesome episode to see how our main cast really came together and our main couple came to be. So I cannot say enough about this show. And there's really not much I can say that I haven't already said in previous episodes. We have two really well-rounded and very wholesome main characters. We have a wonderful and dynamic cast of side characters. Every side character has been absolutely phenomenal in this anime. Even with Kamiya being the other love interest, the maturity and the way that was handled has just been superb. And I've just been glowing. I literally do believe this was one of the best productions the spring 2022 season had to offer. And it breaks my heart, honestly, as an avid anime watcher who watches dozens upon dozens of shows a year, that a big chunk of the community did not agree with this sentiment, that some of you really did feel this was just a trashy show. As it stands, going into this season finale, this show is a strong 9 out of 10, and I'm going to throw it out there. I could elevate the score to a 10, depending how this final episode goes. So it's been a treat. It truly has been a joy. And you know, this really is one of those animes you just have to ignore the ratings, because the ratings do not dictate how good or bad that this show actually was, and the ratings don't dictate how this show was whatsoever. So, but I'm gonna see how things go. I'm leaving a 10 as a possibility, and I'm just really excited to see how this wholesome group wraps this story up. And ultimately, really, the best thing that I could get out of this is a kiss between Izumi and Shikimori. And if that happens, you know, it'll probably just melt my heart, to be honest. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and get this final episode started. So again, it is Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie season finale, episode 12, titled Better Than a Dream. Make sure my headphones are good. I said headphones, my headphone. I can't have multiple on at the same time. All right, let's go ahead and get this reaction started in 3, 2, 1. Yes, it is a date. That's right, because she got the lipstick and everything. Oh, please let this date be great. It's gonna go well. It's gonna go well. It looks fine. She's She's cool. I mean, she's so gorgeous. And it runs in the family. They're like, my goodness. So last time I'm gonna hear this opening this season. I'm gonna miss the show. Please let the kiss come. Let the kiss come. Literally, that's the last thing I need out of this season. It'll just be perfect. Like, oh man, better than a dream. Look at these dorks. What was that? uh she gonna find something for him. Only way. uh a whole skull. I swear, she's so cool. Hell, them wait times, I tell you. Disney World times. You'd be lucky to get on a ride by the end of the day. And she will, yeah, and she really does like the books too. Because I got that after she looked at the manga when she wanted to kind of change her appearance. And that seems to match her personality. Oh, I cannot stand these two. Jeez, 110. I can't stop smiling this episode. Oh my goodness. When you think of when you talk about perfect couples that are just meant to be with each other, this is them. Oh, that's that man is out. Ah, jeez, come on. My man was out like at Disney World. There is no such thing. Everything has a 2 hour to 4 hour wait. I can't stand these two. They're the dream couple. How? Y'all better make it work. Y'all better make it work. No, 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 no. Ask for the manager. This is actually, yes. I have no idea. They up here having orange juice and ginger ale. Lord have mercy. Like, come on. I mean, this is a good upgrade. That's good customer service. Because I was about to say I'd be at. What in the world? How much is this meal about to cost? Did you forget your? Do you have your wallet? Because I have no trust. She is absolutely not exaggerating. You are captivated, my dude. Who wouldn't be? Yes, that's what I see. I ain't gonna lie, you just taking critical hits right now. Anyone gonna explain how much was just dropped on this meal? Oh, you just bold. Let's go. Let's do it then. Yo, what a Chad. And y'all say this dude is what? See, y'all ain't not a good judge of character. Y'all just used to toxic people. Oh, wait. Oh, this man is confused. Ah, you had no idea what she meant. No. Oh my goodness, I feel I'm so sorry. Please, because you'll get it while y'all are talking. Yo, Shikimori said tonight is gonna be the night. This is happening. It shouldn't take you too long to figure that out. Oh, yes, she did. My man is sweating bullets. What? An outage? Bro, we out here in the water, ain't no lights. That's, I ain't gonna lie, this is terrifying. Y'all got no vest on or anything, so. That's what she does best. If oh oh yo, that was so Chad. I wouldn't want to either. Not after what you just did. What a legend. That was so nice. About what? The Chad level stuff you just did? Hey, my dude, because you are a legend! I'm so proud of you. You just destroyed like half the MCs this freaking year. What's crazy is that the way it was done, it was so freaking romantic that even though they didn't kiss on the lips, it didn't even matter. It was a major development. Yo, she's losing! Ah! No, he didn't, guys. I promise y'all, he did well. He did well. I'm proud of him. That was very mature and nice and just fulfilling how he did that. Seriously. They're both. They're both, and that's what we love about them. I just I just don't have enough words. How happy this show has made me this season. I'm also going to miss this really nice and creative ending. Such a groovy ending. Damn, that's it. Oh no, that's not it. The way these two look at each other, you just feel the love. It just oozes. Oh, she's so dramatic. Hey, my girl. Guys, I tell you, week in and week out, I have had nothing but glowing praises about Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. And going into this episode, I told y'all, that the show has been sitting at a strong 9 out of 10, mostly the entire season. And that with shows like this, I truly wanted to wait and see if it would deliver on this finale in a way that was only fitting for our main cast. And the only point that I'm sad is that there was no presence of Kamiya whatsoever in our finale episode. But that's perfectly fine because the focus of this episode was really meant to be the follow-up to episode 11 and and to be really focused on their date. So no issues there. I just love Kamiya and I just wanted to see her on screen one more time. But with that said, this was a perfect ending to a show that has had, and I'm going to officially say it, a perfect run. I knew for several weeks now that my rating was probably going to go up to the highest rating it could be for this show. After the cultural festival arc, it was very clear that this show had cemented itself in a very elite group of shows that while this plot is simple in nature, it's done perfectly. The characters are lovable. Our main characters are lovable. This story is fully believable. It is very realistic to some of the things that can happen in real life, and that's happened to some of us when we were going through these type of little things in high school relationships, whatever, whatnot. And it's just every single element that this story brought in, it made sure to deliver 100%. And obviously the second half really kicked it up a whole lot of notches when we got to the festival, when we got to the cultural festival arc. The Hachimitsu situation, the Nikazaki with her interaction with Kamiya's entire thing, Inuzuka and the whole fiasco with Shikimori calling him her brother, everything in between, the parents, everybody, every element of this show was, I have to say, perfect. There is nothing more I could have asked from this show. For the plot that it was delivering, as simple as the plot was, there is nothing further that could have been given to me. I got everything I wanted out of this show. The music was great. The atmosphere was great. The entire date atmosphere was exactly like out of a textbook thing that I would expect their date to be like. And even though we didn't get a lip-to-lip kiss, I truly believe that how romantic and sensual and serious they were with each other when they were on the boat and the power went out. I feel that there could not have been a better execution for their date. And just what a hell of a way for the date to go, and what a hell of a way for the show to end. Ending in the typical fashion that we would expect them to. Shikimori having to protect my man from random objects coming out of nowhere. This was a 10 out of 10. It was a 10 out of 10. I am so happy that I watched this show. I really, really am. And I'm just sad it's over. I genuinely, like, this isn't even me just saying this for the purposes of this reaction video or to try to get more people to watch this. This was a good show. It was a great show. It was a perfect show. And I'm gonna miss it. I'm all down for the mischief, for the etch, for the fan service, for the harems, for everything. I have plenty of those shows that I watch throughout the year. But sometimes I really just want shows like this that just has a good, wholesome couple with good values, a good friendship, because obviously in order for them to be how they are, there has to be a good level of trust and friendship between them. And they had been building that ever since her first introduction to him, throughout their time of learning about each other in the school, to them wanting to confess to each other the first time, all the way to them being a couple now. It's just their relationship is so pure. And my biggest fear is I've seen these type of relationships be affected by external influences, and I just pray in the anime universe that their relationship continues to blossom and that they never be affected by the toxic things that can intrude themselves into relationships. I am so proud of this show, and I'm so proud of the studio I had to look at it here, Doga Kobo. What they went through this year with the COVID breakout in their studio. And obviously anytime a studio has to go on a hiatus or a temporary delay, it can cause major issues. It can kind of break up the vibe for the show. It's similar to what happened with 86. Even though I did ultimately give 86 a 10 out of 10, I did understand that due to the massive production delays, a lot of people really fell off when the final 2 episodes came out. But with this show, they handled it with style. They handled it with grace. They took the time they needed to make sure their office and their staff members were good and healthy, and they knocked this show out of the park. It is a 10 out of 10. I am so proud of this show. I'm so proud I watched this. And that's all I can say about Shikimori's a Cutie. Shikimori is not just a cutie. If you gave up on this show, please go back and finish watching it. Rewatch it from the beginning. Understand the type of couple and dynamics that are shared between Shikimori and Izumi, and try to give it a second watch. I promise you, if you look past the typical male MC that you're used to, you will realize that this was a really good show. And even if you don't agree with the 10 out of 10 I gave it, I hope you will find more enjoyment than you might have initially found prior to dropping the show. So with that said, it has been an absolute pleasure reacting to this show. And for all of you who watched my Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie reactions, thank you so very much for sticking with me through this entire 12 episode show. I don't know if we're going to get a season 2 because, I don't really know how well it did in either side because of the poor ratings it was getting. But I hope that we get at least an OVA or something, some type of follow-up, epilogue, whatever, just to see how the gang is doing at a later point in time. And all you can do is kind of hope and pray. So with that said, that does conclude my reaction to the season finale of Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you did like the reaction, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you want to be one of the first to be notified when a new reaction becomes available, hit the bell icon. With the conclusion of this finale, this does officially end my spring season. A couple of Cuckoos is continuing into a 2-cur, so I'm actually going to be doing the reaction for that next. And I understand that show will be picking back up on July 23rd, as it is consecutive, so it'll be immediately following. So it's not in the spring season, it will now go into the summer season. I don't know how the ratings are going to go for that one, but with the conclusion of Shikimori, this does conclude my spring season. What an outstanding spring 2022 season we had. I hope all of your shows in the spring season gave you everything you were looking for and much more. And I do hope to see you in my summer reactions that have started and are up on my page. So until the next reaction, catch you later.